Hey guys, Dark Prometheus here. Welcome back to some more of our road to the league. Had to fudge a little bit and reload a previous save because the end of season review was bugged. So there's a little changes. I'll kind of tell you the changes that there were in it because I'm going to reload the last save because I've done some preliminary look at a couple players and actually put some bids out. So without further ado, let's get into the end of season review. So 2025-2026 season. For our transfers in, we didn't really have any transfers out. I like Seb Booth. Now the issue is we had a board takeover, and even in our previous one we had a board takeover within, so we won't get these grades with this. So we'll give our own grades on this. In both circumstances, the board really doesn't change. One's a consortium, and well, it doesn't matter in the grand scheme of things. It does suck that we can't get the transfer reactions. But for our biggest one, I would say Seb Booth. Played very great. 4 goals, 4 assists. 6.94, our best rating out of the guys that we bring in. So we'll see him. I was fine with some of the loans that we brought in, just not playmakers like Price was last season. Price just completely dominated that level. Austin Daly coming in from Southampton after he was released. 3 goals, 3 assists. I mean, he's going to get better slowly. I don't want to kind of push him up there. Commanding Hunter was absolutely amazing. This man did absolute work for us on defense. Probably why hashtag United ends up being relegated, because they lose Hunter. This is pretty much a gap fill. We kind of changed our formation a couple times, and Oxlade-Chamberlain just does not fit either of those roles, and we just needed someone in there. Jasper Sheik struggled. I think we're going to go another direction with goalkeeper. We'll kind of see the goalkeeper that I put a bid for when I relay this, that I reload the previous save. Jay Porter really was just depth. Came in, and he was just the better player that could play on the outside. 41 appearances, 1 as a substitute. I mean, he played all 42 games without fail. Just his rating is not good. Josh Knowles, 10 goals, 4 assists in 47 starting appearances, 2 as a substitute. I mean, we need more. I mean, we need better from our strikers here. Knowles will be back next season, but ultimately we need some more consistency and we need some more goals. Nicky Winton coming in from Ramsgate. Now, this was one I was kind of apprehensive about, and he actually played pretty decent. He's still going to be on a non-contract. No one's kind of hunting for him or trying to get him in. 5 assists, played 30, just not a great rating. So if someone bids for him and he leaves. But I mean, it wasn't very big on there. Dom Weston just could not get it going for us. We have no real transfers out. So here, the changes, we actually lost the last game against St. Ives Town. Biggleswade does take the championship in this one, but I don't remember who gets promoted, the second team in this, but we're really sitting at 44 points in this. So kind of take this one with a grain of salt. The FA Cup trophy, all of these will remain the same. I mean, we were kicked out. Piston again, I think not again, but I think we beat Seven Oaks Town, almost knocked us out. This time we actually got away with that one, but I mean, a cup run would be nice. Biggest win 6-2 over Rush Hour Olympic. So that was a pretty good one. Dowdy had one, Marsh, Knowles, Porter, Daly. And then a 2-1 win over Hereford. And then the goal of the season was a top drawer goal from Booth. So I think that was in a live comm against Spalding United, but we'll take a look at it. It was one in the 60th minute, so it'll be the second goal of the game. Be right here. So it's off a set piece. I would say right around the wall. That's a good set piece goal. I'm not sure if we got this new deal beforehand, but money should be about the same. Maybe I missed it, and we did. How we lined up? Yeah, I think we're definitely gonna be changing this. We're gonna be looking at playing a couple of changed formations next season. We did pick up the central manager of the season last year. This year? Why is this showing up? That's last year. Oh, this is all of our awards in general. That might be weird. But our club awards, Jack Dowdy was the fan. Young player of the season, Seb Booth. Signing of the season, Nicky Witten. Goal of the season, we saw that. Top goal scorer, Dowdy with 14. We need to up those. Wed with 11 assists, which is good for a 22-year-old coming in. Most man of the matches was 3 by him, so we need to pump those numbers up. Record breakers, most goals in a match, Dowdy with 3. Most goals in a league match, 3. Most assists by players. Most shutouts by a player in a season. Jesper Sheik was hit or miss. He gave up something like 90 goals, so 2 to 3 goals a game, but he had 10 shutouts. So when teams were scoring goals, they were scoring goals on us. Your most league goals, 76 by Alex Marsh in his career. No competition awards. I mean, we kept it up by a run that we had in the middle of the season. So this is what I have, but I didn't have this button here for whatever reason. So I'm going to load up that save. Good thing I actually did load it up, or actually save it. And we'll kind of go through the changes for the league. So here we sit at 44 points. So we actually finished 18th, one above in the relegation zone. Let me look at the actual league so you can see all of it. Here it is. So 4 points above relegation zone. Peterborough, Hitchintown, Rushall Olympic, and Walsall Wood are relegated. From what you saw before, Nuneaton Borough actually is the one that wins the playoffs instead of St. Ives Town. So this is the one we're going with. We did have a... Actually, no, the team takeover didn't actually go through. That's right, it failed, but it was going to be a promotion from within. I believe it was. Oh, it's not officially done. I take that back. We're officially still in it. But the idea is someone from within taking over all of it. So the idea with this, we have signed a new contract at this point as well, because I'm not expecting any particular jobs coming open. All these teams are relegated, and I think these two were relegated as well. So really, everyone that stayed up is secure, or stable at least. We end up being, I think, secure at this point because our job was to only stay up despite losing a lot of games. A couple people are stable. The one that we're looking at, Stuart Banks, while his contract's up in 2026, I expect him to be retained. We'll see what happens there, but with a stable, secure, and a strong finish up in 8th, I don't think he's going to be let go from there. What I was thinking for next season, as we start out, is playing at first a 4-3-4. Now, we could go to a more attacking 4-3-4, or on the flip side, playing what technically would be a 3-striker, or maybe someone to link and play something like this. So these are real ideas. It's 3 strikers up top, but I think we're going to start with this, with 2 at first, because it just seems, I mean, smarter at this point. And we have a couple of guys that we've brought in that look like they're going to be playing up top. Who is... One person is not like the other. Darlington needs to be up here. Farrell. So I'm not sure what we're going to do with Farrell, but I think Darlington will be the guy that we do bring in. We'll have to see what we can do with him, but I mean, this man, Darlington, we brought him in on loan. His physicals are absolutely off the charts. His physicals are absolutely insane. As a pressing forward, he can do some real damage there. Knowles on the outside, then we have to really think about who's going to be on the left. Will it be Wed? What are we going to do kind of there? The guys that we have bids for, and I made a bid portion. So Lewis Chadwick, bringing in a better aerial and command of area. Keeper, good at kicking, good reflexes, aggression, better decision maker. I mean, what he kind of comes off against Sheik is he's a better shot stopper. But at the end of the day, he doesn't have a rush out tendency that's going to kill him, which did kill Sheik at times with that. But really, it is at first the aggression's there, but I think we just have a better keeper, just slightly, with Chadwick. I mean, better goals allowed. Obviously, we're going to make our defense a lot better, but just looking at this, he's fundamentally a better player. Fundamentally. Our next one, Remus Nixon. We're looking for another guy that can possibly play up top. So we'll bring him in, 6'2". This man can reach up and head some balls for us. So this might be someone that we kind of train to be on a winger as well on one of the sides, probably on the right, and also forward. And we get him some playing time, but we'll see those two. Who we're also looking at on the list are potential signings. All of these guys were actually on relegated teams. The biggest one that would be a big pool for us would be Bryce Asana. The team hasn't actually, with Matlock Town, been relegated yet, but pulling him in, this would immediately upgrade our roster. If you don't know anything, former Wrexham player, 2024, played the last couple of years at Matlock Town. At this level, Asana would absolutely dominate as that wing back in. I think he could do some great stuff for us if we can get him. Other than that, I mean, it's all about what we can do. And yeah, we need another, we could do with another maybe box to box type or defensive. Maybe we move Booth back, but Booth isn't the greatest at tackling. So we need to find ourselves a tackling defender. So that's our key. That is our key. So I'm going to go on the search and we'll kind of see how this transfer window shakes out. All right, so we had a couple of changes that we had to do. So we did have a transfer embargo, which meant that we could not get everyone we wanted because a couple of them were signed. So we had to make a couple of changes. What that means is Noel's going to be starting up top with Daldy on the left side. While then Connor Kern Brown came in from Kingstonian. For his stats, he looks pretty good last season at a 7.80 or 7.08, I should say. And the year prior to that, a 7.13. So we brought him in at Kingstonian. We expect him to be pretty decent at this point. So we'll see. He was at this level the last 2 years. A little bit of a change up for Kingstonian and changing divisions, but it's the same level. And so we should be seeing some good starts from him in the foreseeable future. We're going to be having him play as a winger on attack, get those crossing, dribbling, and we'll see what he can do down the stretch. In the midfield, Booth is going to be our advanced playmaker. We might change him over to a center attacking mid. We just want him to distribute the ball. Biggest thing with him, good fitness, run up and down. He's tall. He's good agility, decisions, determination, flair, teamwork, and vision. I just want him to distribute the ball as much as possible. Wed being the Matsala. We brought in on loan Mark South Thomas, coming on loan from Northampton Town. We got a couple of guys from Northampton Town in this loan cycle. He's going to be your defensive mid. He's only 5'5". He's not going to win those balls in the air, but at the end of the day, he's good at tackling. And we just need him to play good defense on the ground. So we'll see how that goes. On the back half, Winton returns. He's going to be playing the left side this year with Hunter. We should be good. Keyword should. But then we add Anthony. Elijah Anthony from Faversham Town. Played last year, 32 starts, 7 goals. Did have a 6.95. Pretty consistent the last couple of years at that level. But a 6.94. Playing at Hayward's Heath Town. So I think he could be a good stability piece on the right side. We just need him to play some good games and just repeat that 6.95. We were the most scored on team in the league last year. So we're hoping that Cameron Black coming in from Ramsgate, I guess technically Dorking Wanderers because he didn't play at Ramsgate. But Dorking Wanderers, not too great, but that's Vanarama National League. He was at the reserves. I mean, this is a guy that has played at this level before. Back in 23-24, 6.74 at this level here. I think he can do something. I mean, I'm hoping he can do something. He didn't play last year at Ramsgate, but at the Vanarama National League, a 6.41, 11 starts or 11 appearances. I mean, that's still 2 levels above us. If he can give us, I think he can give us a 6.7 or 6.8. I think he is capable of that. So we'll see how it goes in the middle. I said we were going to change up goalkeeper. We brought in Lewis Chadwick. Good Southern League Premier Central player. My scouts think he's going to come in. And last season at Hollywell in Wales, he's playing the JD Simmeroom North. And what that is, the grand scheme of things, is one step under the Premier, which is their Premier League in Wales. So, I mean, he's played at a high level before, gave up only 20 goals allowed in 27 appearances, had 12 shutouts. We're looking for something this season to kind of help us with these goals. Part of that, he was in England and he did give up 53 and 41 at the level below us at Royston Town. So we need something. I hope we play better and the defense doesn't give up a lot of goals. Who we have on the bench to start the season? Brought in on loan another guy from Northampton, Luke Iredale. Hasn't played any football whatsoever at this point, but we bring him in as attacking type up top, decent finishing. I mean, we just need a body. He's leading 6'4", massive guy that could just jump up and hopefully the fact that his jumping reaches 10, his height will allow him to head balls, which is at 5, which is not great. We brought in Hayden Downey, play more of the attacking, but also the attacking midfield roles that we do have. not great at tackling. Did play at Hyde Town for a couple of games last year. 6.57 at 19 games. The year prior at Hyde Town, 6.66. 1 goal, 1 assist, 1 man of the match. I mean, we just needed someone. We got him on a pretty good deal as well. Clearance fee is 25. So I'll need sub 6. I mean, that's pretty cheap for a guy to come through. Daly, of course, we all know about Aston Daly, slowly growing. So we'll see how he goes on this year. Humphreys is here. We brought in another lone guy from Southend United, Thomas Kreitchley. Hasn't played any football at any level at this point. So we'll see what he can do on the right side. I mean, it comes down to the fact that we're going to be playing a wing-back role, and we'll see what he can do down the stretch. For Porter, Hayward, Barry, Sheik, and Sparks, we'll have them play some friendlies down the under 21s to keep their sharpness, because I haven't really sorted out what the bench is going to be at the end of the day. We'll have to see how these guys perform. We might be doing some things and just kind of going the hot hand at some positions. Our last one that we brought in, Remus Nixon, brought in from Waltham Abbey. Last year, same level we're at, 35 appearances, 5 goals, 6.48. Year before that, just 6.56 with 6 goals, 33. I mean, he's not going to come in and be stellar, but we just needed a tall guy. And this one can actually have good jumping reach and good heading. So we just needed someone up. It's going to take some work to see how he's going to be playing. So what it looks like for the media, though, the media believes, and this actually got me, the media believes we will be a mid-table team. 15th, the bottom 4 will be the ones that get relegated. So they believe St. Ives Town, after having a great year last year and missing out on the playoffs and getting beat, that they'll be relegated. Racing Club Warwick was promoted last season, I think. Boldmere, St. Michael's, and then Felixstowe and Walton United were at our level. So I believe they will go down. The promotions last year were Kings Langley and Bishop Cleeve, Hales Owen Town, and the relegation from last season down to ours was Colville Town. So 15th, I will take a 15th at that point. As for players that are good on our side, we have Seb is our best player in the league, with Chadwick being the goalkeeper there. Do we have a third? We do not have a third. We have none in the Dream 11. Which is unfortunate. Kettering Town's kind of dominating it. Sudbury's in there. Alves Church, Leamington, and Colville Town. Really, it's just Kettering Town all over the place, and they're going to be fighting with AFC Sudbury to be there. So there's that. We were actually under our payroll by about 20 or so. So that's good. It was a team takeover, or not a team takeover, but a fan takeover. So I don't know how much money we're going to be injected into the team. I think we're going to be hemorrhaging money at this point. We did get a couple coaching courses. We got a new contract for the next 2 years. The fans signed us to. And yeah, we will definitely be looking, because I think we are in a position to where it's going to be pretty hard to get this team even up. So to kind of give you an idea who is just stable. So everyone above here, we noticed there's a couple. Taunton Town that got relegated last season, back down. Slowtown, I think, was relegated as well. Looking through here. Corinthian Casuals, I think, were and Cray Wanderers. So this gives you an idea who it is. Still, probably the most secure team is probably FC United of Manchester, which is the team I would like to take over. In this, they signed to another 1-year deal. We'll be kind of paying attention if there's anyone we can move to, because yeah, Stuart Banks was extended. A couple of these teams also hired new coaches because they were relegated. So I think we need a better situation at this point. And with their preview, they should be winning this league. So I think if they're a mid-table team, I think Stuart Banks is fired, which I would love to see. He has a Continental A license, which I'm kind of showing that it's the trend in a lot of my opponents. Here's where we are right now. We're going for the next coaching badge at this point, which should be a Continental C, I believe. Right now we have a National A license. So still getting those up, even though we're in a money suck, it's fine. We're getting it up, which will actually increase our attributes as time goes on, but we'll kind of see how we do in the long run. For the schedule, we start off with Hereford and then Halzowen Town. So that will be your games, and then Branbury United. I think we'll have a 3-game episode to start the year, and then obviously it's the FA Cup first qualifying round, and we'll see how that goes. So just as long as we have a good start, we could have something with this. Now the formation that we're going to start to play is this 4-3-3. We could pop back though as time goes on to more of this 5-1-1-3 we might end up doing to get more pressure up, because I feel like we're not going to get enough pressure, but we'll kind of see how this works, the grand scheme of things. So thank you all for joining me. This has been the transfer special. This will be up on Wednesday, so today will be Wednesday. So I'm gonna miss yesterday's episode, but I think for that there will be an episode on Saturday to catch you up with. So thanks for hanging out. Go and leave a like below, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. Later.